Hello, and welcome to the ENG Youth Netball Premier League 23-24 Review Show, where we're going to see who impressed us over the weekend, the Poole and Shan upset, and we're going to look into the games this week. And we also have guests with us, Ava and Saffron from AP Saints. And Richard, welcome back, sir.
Yeah, good weekend, wasn't it, mine?
Mate, really good weekend. We had an eventful weekend.
Yeah,
Start of the season.
Apart from getting to the venue Sunday, and it's like, where are the tables and chairs? It's like we haven't got any. We've got benches. I'm like, nah, that's not going to work.
Right location too. Yeah.
then all the customers watching us just drive our vans out the venue like we're going home or something.
It's never boring in the ENG FBL world. There's always something going on. So yes, it's
a good weekend, good start to the league. We will be talking about the what happened this week. Some very interesting results, especially in the under-12s competition, which I earmarked as the flagship kind of age group this season. It seems like we've got a special group of teams, north and south, and it did live up to expectations. So that was cool. But before we do that, we're going to talk to some very talented netballers, Ava and Saffron, who are playing for AP Saints under 15s this coming Saturday in our ENG under 15s Youth Netball Premier League Southern Conference. And yeah, I'm just going to get an insight into how they've been preparing, what their thoughts are on this season. And they're going to play in our score predictor competition, which I'll give you the results of Leela from Stars once they come in. No, I'll give you it now, actually. So Leela last week predicted a Watson win, and that was right. Turnford, she predicted. So Watson the first game, Turnford the second game was right. Third game, Stars right. Fourth game, Watson right. So Stars. So the morning games, or the first bracket of games, she 5 out of 5, easy wins, right? Then she predicted Shan. She got 6 out of 6. Then she went for Poole against Sutton Town, and Sutton Town won. She went for Aces to beat Hatfield, but Hatfield won.
Right. Then
she went for Shan to beat Poole, and as you know, Poole won in a big upset, and we'll talk about that later. And she got she got 6. She went for Aces against Sutton Town, so that was 6 out of 10.
Yeah. You can't count, mate.
No, so 6 out of 10. And for the trainers, she predicted a 38-34 win for Aces against Sutton Town, and that was not the correct score. So 6 out of 10. So let's see if Ava and Saffron can can predict better this week. But let's bring them in and let's have a chat.
I was going to say, I'm having problems downloading that file you want us to download.
I'll just keep working it, mate.
Well, as always. All right.
Okay. Good evening, Ava and Saffron from AP Saints. How are we, girls?
Good. Yeah.
Okay. So what have you been up to over the summer? Is it just get away from netball, chill out a little bit, or have you been vigorously still playing and being ready for the upcoming season? How does a netballer behave over the summer? Do they stay dedicated to their craft, or they just chill out and enjoy life?
Party. They party hard. That's what it is.
We've had a pre-season camp to prepare. I know I've been doing some stuff like on my own. I've been everyone on our team's been working hard and just like making sure we're ready for the new season. Just like even if it's like little stuff like going for a little run every now and then.
Yeah.
Just keeping up with fitness and making sure we're prepared for the new season.
Look, again, when I played football, we go back after a bit of a summer break. You know what's coming. You go for big long runs and fitness work, and it's just hell on earth. Is that the same sort of thing? Do you get back the first session and it's not about netball? It's about just running you to death, like it was for my football club when we played football.
To be honest, our first session was quite good. We'd done a bit of sprint training, a little bit of like a warm up. But then drills and match play. So it was quite a good training session. Not all for us to get back, but that's why I think it was pre-season camp was good to get us fit for starting back at training and just get on with drills and stuff straight away.
So how long have you been back kind of preparing for the new season?
Yeah, 2-3 weeks, like as a team and individual stuff. just before then.
So coming into this season, have you any new faces? I know, Ava, you're relatively new, but you were playing for AP Saints at the back end of last season, so we're going to class you as an old player. But have you any new faces to the team, or is it just near enough the same sort of team?
Yeah, we have got how many? Has it got? Two. Yeah, two new faces.
So where did you nick them from? I mean, where did you get them from?
Well, like when we just like they like because AP Saints is quite good. Like their advertisement to come, like it's very like open and friendly. Like it's a very friendly club, and like I think just like.
So what gaps were you trying to plug this like last season? Because you did finish last season quite strongly. In our under 14s netball cup, I think for me, I saw a lot of potential there. I thought to myself, right, this team, they had a lot of players leave last season. And it looks like now, well, the back end of last season, it looked like you was getting your act together a little bit, especially with you coming on board, Ava. That was a massive great transfer. That was a really good move by AP Saints there. So, where were you finding you needed to strengthen coming into this season? And it's not an opportunity. It's not a question that basically puts down anyone in those particular areas. It's just we all need to strengthen. Like I need to get rid of Martin to strengthen my business. Do you know what I mean? So, did you identify a particular area?
Do I add to his business if it was that, or do I, am I a problem?
Hindrance.
Hindrance. What do you reckon?
I
can't believe that they laughed.
Says it all, mate.
Look, the look each other was like, we can't answer this. It's going to hurt his feelings. Right. I'll go then. See you later. Bye.
I don't think as much like I don't think we needed it. I think it was just we know how hard Ava works in defence, and the two new players that we've got are both defenders.
Oh, cool.
Obviously, Ava needs a break every now and then, so it'll be good to get like them two playing together. Like it'd be good for just combinations and like giving people stuff because like netball game's tiring, so it'd be good.
It is
rest
and that and that's why I advocate and you might not agree with me, and no one does, but that's why I advocate no netball game should be over 40 minutes long. Number one, you don't need to see more than 40 minutes of netball because it's such a quick game. Two, the stress on the body from the constant movement is quite damaging. So I would reduce the time down just to make sure you're not in wheelchairs when you're in your mid-20s, girls, because it is a very high intense sport, and a lot of people don't realize that, do they?
No.
Yeah, very very laboring on your this is why we have a lot of ankle injuries in netball, a lot of knee injuries, because you're constantly changing direction. And if you can just reduce the time you're on the court, you're obviously going to reduce the amount of opportunities to get injured and stuff. So I think that's a good shout. I think Ava sometimes last season she probably done way too much, and Ava's a very impact player, isn't she? So keeping her fresh and keeping her ready is so important, because if you can pull her off and still maintain a good performance level, but then bring her on, bang, like she's so impactful that she will make a big difference when you bring her back on. So I think that's a good call. Very tactical, like it. So this season, this particular AP Saints team, if we go back when we first started this league, they were an under 12s team. They're coming into their fourth season, so they've gone right through the 12s, the 13s, the 14s, and the 15s. They won the league initially in the first season, and over the next two seasons, it's things have been a little bit different. So, what is the aim this season? Do you feel this team is back to where it was, and you can start challenging for the title again?
You can answer.
I think that like our team has got so much stronger from the start of the season to now, and from last season. So I think this season, I think we can do really well.
So you sorry, you cut out a little bit at the end there. Say it again.
I think that from the start of last season and like where we are now, I think our team's got a lot stronger, and I think we can do really well this season.
So what you're saying is so what you're telling me is you think you can compete for the top places this season?
Well, we just try our best and play our best.
I love netballers. They just beat around the question, don't they?
Yeah. They're like politicians. That's what they're like.
Yeah,
so
you've had some.
My question that they sidelined earlier. Yeah.
Yeah. I need to get you. I need to do that more. I think being direct is not a good thing half the time. But I don't need you to tell me you're going to be challenging, because I personally think you will be. Your first two games this weekend on Saturday, you've got Sutton Town and you've got Magic. So again, the best thing about this league is very I can kind of understand the talent of each team. So the Magic, they're a solid team. I think they've underachieved over the last couple of seasons. I think when they kind of pull it together, they can produce some really good, strong performances. So give us your thoughts on Magic girls. Is that a game you look at and think, oh, we're not sure, we don't want to lose our first game? Or do you think great game to have to start the league? What are you thinking?
Kind of both. It's going to be a really challenging game, but I think it'll be a good one to start us off. Is because we've been preparing, not just for the game, but just for the whole season. We need something to challenge us to get us prepared just for the whole season. It'd be good to just obviously Magic are a very good side. I played against them across keys, and I know how strong they are. So it'll be a really good match especially for our first game.
Yeah, no, it will be. Do you know what? It's probably the perfect way to get to kind of understand where you're at, because if Magic are at it and they play to their best, then it's going to be a good indication on where both teams are. To be honest, Sutton Town, we don't know too much about this Sutton Town team because they haven't. If we look historically, this team hasn't really been involved in our leagues and stuff. So it's a bit of the unknown. They won our qualifying competition I think they come top of it quite well. So again, I don't believe you would have played him as well. So again, is that a game that worries you, or is it again a game that you feel is a great way to get the league underway?
I think it's quite good because obviously, as you said, they're unknown. I've never played Sutton Town before. But it's Magic and Sutton Town. They're two different matches. I've played against Magic before. I know they're a strong side. Sutton Town. I've never played against them before, and it's it's just two different matches. So we've got to work.
There will be good solid matches. The thing is, in this league, I'm quite excited about this season. It's very well balanced. I look at it and I think, oh, that team could do well, or no, actually, I think it's going to be that team, and we don't. I think as a league, we're moving away from those kind of guaranteed winning kind of leagues, which is really cool. Not because the standards dropping, it's just because there's just a good overall standard in the league, which is really cool. So in terms of kind of rivals and teams you kind of identify as ones that are going to be the strongest this season, who do you think is going to be your main competitors?
As you said, it's a very balanced league, so I wouldn't say that there's a team that
If I said to you Ryland
are very strong. We know I've already played against them with AP, and obviously played cup competition. We've played them in a tournament. We've won one, lost one. So it's going to be an unknown game, even though we know we have played them before. It's still going to be quite a balanced game, in my opinion. I think it will be.
So because based on your experience of cross keys, I don't know, are you? So we got Ryland, Shan, Teambridge, Royals, a new team in it from Berkshire, really good. They're going to be strong this season. Magic, yourselves, Team Bed, Sutton Town, Little Sutton, Stars from London always bring a good competitive team to these things. So out of them teams there, if you was to pick one to kind of who you think is going to be the strongest out of those teams, who do you think it's going to be? Apart from yourselves, obviously.
I'm not entirely sure.
They're like, if you say one, he's going to put it on Instagram. Don't do it. So go on. Are you going to pick us one? Come on, girls, pick us one out of them lot.
I'm not gonna say that we're like the biggest rivals, but because like we've played Ryland like 1-1, lost 1, it'll be like what will happen. Like it'll just be a bit of a like not crazy, but just like a bit like who's gonna win type situation.
Well, there is a small historic rivalry there with Ryland and AP Saints. They're back in the day. They did. It was kind of brewing a little bit, and it's gone a bit cold over the last couple of years. But maybe you could reignite that, ladies. Give us a bit of entertainment within the league. So
loads of entertainment in the league already, mate.
We need more. We
We just want it constant, 100%. Always on, foot down, pedal to the metal, isn't it? That's what you want.
Talking about entertainment, Ava in particular, she is what we would call a netball Harlem Globetrotter. So if you want kind of eccentric, like out the box passes, or if you want some long bomb shots, then Ava is the highlight reel queen here. So did you see today I put a post up with a young girl hitting against the post 3 times? Can you just admit right now in your head you're thinking, I am going to do something this Saturday that's going to get me in the highlight reel?
To be honest, I don't purposely do it. It's just like in the moment, if it feels right. I mean, if I've got it in my locker and I can, it feels right in the moment, I may as well do it. Like I remember last year, I think I must have done a post pass as well. Yeah. I think.
Yeah.
And it just like because there was like.
So you're trying to say you inspired Isabella?
No, but I was saying I remember doing something and like say a long bomb, say there's not like a free pass like outside the circle and it's like a 50-50. Like I may as well take the shot rather than.
Well, the thing is, you're not afraid to do it, are you? That's the thing. Like,
it depends if I'm feeling like confident on the day. If I'm feeling if they're sinking and like it's like feels right in the moment, and it's like not like a really like a tight. Say if it's a tight game, I might want to work myself in a little bit more than take the long ball. But if it's made like a game that we're up by a couple and I can risk that and I'm feeling confident to take it, I will take it.
Is there anything kind of in your head that you're thinking? Like, did when we played football, we would go into games and think, I'm going to do this particular skill today, and I'm gonna do it to basically impress everyone. Do you come into netball games thinking there's a certain pass I want to play today, and I'm going to do it, and I'm going to wow everyone? Did the netballers think like that, like a footballer would?
No, not really. I mean, I as I said, I don't purposely do these things, but they just like if they work, they work, and I was like, oh, brilliant.
See, well, Ava, that's the difference between you and him. Yeah, you just naturally got it in the locker. He has to think about it and bring it. You've got all this like in your bag. Like, I can do this. I can do that. Richard has to practice.
Yeah. Well, do you know what I want to see in netball?
Go on.
A under the legs pass. So when someone's trying to block you like this, pass the ball underneath their legs like a footballer would put it on. That would be Ava.
Last year, though, wasn't it? Last year we wanted that.
No one had it in their locker, did they, Martin?
No, they weren't brave.
Saffron, what position do you play?
I play goal attack, wing attack.
Goal attack?
Wing attack as well, yeah.
Oh, so as a wing attack, then, let's see if you can feed Ava this week by passing the ball under someone's legs, like through the middle, okay?
Go on, because I've got lots of equipment there. I've got it on tape, as they say. Just do it, and then he can put it out on Instagram and everything, man. He'll be.
Trust me,
very happy if you do that.
it would be if you could do that, you would be celebrated immensely. So Saffron, your job is to feed Ava by passing the ball under someone's legs, and then Ava obviously gets the ball, spins it on her finger, and throws it into the net.
Here's a question, by the way. The rules of netball. When the buzzer goes, or when's the last? At what point can you score a goal?
It's got to go through the net.
It's got to go through the net. Do you agree with that, girls? And put it in the comments, people. Tell me if you agree. I totally disagree. I reckon the second, as soon as it leaves your hand, you know, the timer, as long as it's left your hand, then it's fine.
I agree.
Yeah, I agree. Because I'm not very good at rules in basketball, but isn't it in basketball if it leaves your hand before the buzzer goes, it goes?
Yeah.
Still,
Yeah.
I think it should be the same in netball.
Yeah, because now when you do your countdown, mate, you're going to start doing your countdown from 2 minutes. 1 minute 59, 1 minute 50. So they got time to launch that ball, mate.
No, that's a good point. It's a good point.
Yeah. To me, I even went back because I'm like you, Ava, and so I was a bit like, no, that was a goal. That was a net. That was in. And she's like, no, it's because blah blah. You know, I got told off by the umpires, by the way. So they were like, you don't know the game. We do. And I was like, oh, didn't know that. So, Richard, I am now asking you officially to change the rules.
Yeah.
What do you reckon, girls? Do you officially back me as well?
Yeah.
Cool. Right.
There we go.
We back Smiler. Change the rules, Richard. There we go. It's a long hashtag, but let's get it out there and let's get the rules changed because it's got to leave the hand because somebody done a shot and they literally got the ball and threw it in, didn't they? I think it was the under 12s. It was really, and they got it in. It was like, wow.
No, it was under 12s. It was. Do you know what, Martin? It's funny you say that. I'm sitting here and I'm thinking, oh my god, I forgot to put that into the highlight reel. Absolutely, I'm sitting there thinking but anyway, we won't have a personal
You got to remake it, mate. Sorry.
So no, not a chance. It's spent way too long doing it. So girls, so this weekend, are you saying? Do you think percentage wise, 2 wins out of 2? How are we feeling?
I feel like we're quite confident going into it.
Saffron, I said percentage wise.
Oh, speak up a bit.
What are we, 60%, 70%, 80, 90? What are we, girls? Or how confident are we for 2 wins out of 2?
That's a good question.
75? Yeah, 75. Because we haven't played as a full squad, or because we've got new players in, we all haven't played as a combined squad before. We haven't had everyone there at a game before.
So what percentage does that make it?
Right. I honestly don't know.
You just said it. You just said a number.
75%.
There we go. 75. We'll stick with that. 75. 75. 75. Okay.
You said it. You discussed it. And then you tried to do that. No, I didn't say that. I'm a politician. I didn't say that. No, you must have been mistaken.
Well, girls, it's now time. Well, we'll find out Saturday how it all pans out. But now, this is going to be more for you. This is directly for you, Ava. But Saffron, you're more than welcome to help Ava out. So what we're going to do now is our score predictor. This is similar to our quiz last season. Depending on your score, depends on if you go through to a kind of national competition to win a prize at the end of the season. So I'm going to tell you the fixture and you're going to tell me who the winning team is going to be. After the weekend, we'll stick you onto a leaderboard based on how many you get right. Does that sound good to you?
Yeah.
Cool. Right, here we go. So Team Beds versus Royals at 9 o'clock. Who wins?
I'm going to go Royals.
Okay, so Royals. Ryland versus Little Sutton.
We'll go Ryland.
Ryland. TTNC or Team Beds?
That's a difficult one. Should we go Team Beds?
Hey, Martin, can you imagine like there's a really? Can you imagine one of the teams is really rough and angry, and like if you say anything against them, they're going to really come and like kind of tie you up and throw you in the cupboard type of thing.
No teams like that, really.
Go on, girls. TTNC or Team Beds?
We'll go Team Beds.
Team Beds. Okay. Next one, Royals or Little Sutton?
Royals.
Oh, there's no hesitation there, was there?
No, I think they know Royals is going to be a tough one. Team Bridge or Ryland?
Oh, that's another tough one. Yeah. We'll go Ryland.
Ryland. There we go. So that's the first 5 games. Second 5 games. Well, here we go. I think I know what your answer is going to be. AP Saints or Magic?
We have to back ourselves. Yeah. We'll go AP.
Yeah, that would be quite.
Does that mean you have to back yourselves, but you were going to say Magic?
No. We want to be confident going into the game, so we'll go AP.
Sutton Town or Shan?
Ooh. That's one of the toughest ones. Yeah.
Who are you going for?
Go on, you pick this one.
Go on, Saffron. Come on. You've joined Ava. You got to take part.
No, go with Shan.
Okay, Shan. This is an interesting one. Stars or Magic? Very interesting one. I'm sitting here thinking, up until that point, I'm very clear on who I would pick, but Stars Magic, that's got me a little bit. Girls, who are you picking?
We'll go Magic.
Based on experience, I would say Magic as well. Sutton Town or AP Saints? I'm just going to put AP Saints because you're not allowed to pick against yourselves. Shan and Stars.
I say Stars. Yeah.
Star. Interesting selections there. I think all of my selections are I've got one selection probably different to you. No, two or three different to you. But I won't tell you mine because people will just turn around and say you like that team better than our team, and it's a fix. So no, we're not going down that road. But the 6 o'clock game is our score prediction game. So now online and on the day, people can actually pay to predict the score, and if they get it right, they can win a load of cash. Right? It wasn't that popular at the weekend. People, come on, have a bit of fun. It's just you could win a bit of cash, but your job is to predict the score, and if you predict it right, you win a pair of trainers. So Ava, give us. You've said Stars are going to win, but give us the exact score.
I've got 2 in mind, but I don't know which one to go for. I'll go 28-25.
Oh, it's going to be a close game.
You know it's a 40-minute game, right?
Oh yeah, I'll go with my other one. I'll go 32-28.
32-28. Well, if it is that score, it'd be a good fun game to watch. So that'd be quite cool. We had a few scores last season, like 77-1 in the North. And it's like, predict that one. So yeah, girls, there you go. After the weekend, depending on Ava, depending on how you do, will depend on where you are on the leaderboard. But we very much look forward to seeing you on Saturday. We do enjoy the older kids because they're very talented. It's very good competitive match play. And our umpires enjoy the older kids as well because it's less to kind of umpire on because they're so good. So it's nice and chilled. But if you are watching and you are a parent or a friend of the family or whatever, they're not too old to support 15-year-olds. So historically, the older they get, the less people come and support. Come and see. This is the future of netball in England. So come along, This is the future England superstars of the future. You get to see him early doors, and you're that close to him as well. You're like just like a few feet away from them. So because they're 15 doesn't mean you can't support them. Get down, support the kids, and yeah, let's have a really good competitive Saturday. So girls, are you looking forward to it?
Yeah.
Cool. Well, thank you for coming into the room. We look forward to seeing you on Saturday at the first round of the Under-15 Southern Conference. So girls, see you then.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye. They were cool, weren't they?
Yeah. Do you know what? The netballers are, it doesn't matter where this business model goes, I would always turn around and say netballers are quite cool. They do like, they're quite cool to chat to. So yeah, good luck to them. The AP Saints for me are definitely should be pushing for the top 4. But before we move into our recap of the weekend, Martin, let's go through these fixtures in the Under-15s League this week. So it's the first round of the Under-15 Southern Conference. So Team Beds versus Royal. So Team Beds qualified via a qualifying competition. They're playing Royals, who have never been in this league. They didn't have to qualify because they did so well in our Under-14s Netball Cup. So we gave them a straight entry into the league. Very good competitive team. So it should be a good game for both teams to start. Ryland, as you are aware, last season they won the Under-4. This team won the Under-14s league, so they're coming into the Under-15s as kind of champions, if you want to call it that. Yeah. They're playing local rivals, Little Sutton, so it should be a good little battle to start us off.
Like a derby.
Yeah. Team Bridge versus Team Beds. Again, this Team Bridge team have been with us for their 4th season now. In the first season, back when they're under 12s, they did really well. Since then, it's been a bit up and down for them. So I'm praying and I'm hoping that this season they have the right personnel playing. They have a team that's going to be competitive again, and they're playing Team Beds. Royals will then play Little Sutton. Little Sutton qualified for this league via a qualifying tournament as well. Team Bridge will then play Ryland, which I think is probably the standout game of the first 5 games. Bit of history with these two teams. Then in the afternoon, AP Saints versus Magic, really cool game. Like we said, probably a great game to identify where both of these teams are at this season. Then we have Sutton Town versus Shan. Shan came runners up last season. I'm quite sure of that. I think runners up behind Ryland, and they're playing Sutton Town. No, they come 3rd. Sorry, Western Park Blades come 2nd. Sutton Town.
That's what I was trying to think of. I was thinking that was somebody. Yeah, go on. Sorry.
Yeah, so Sutton Town will play Shan. Sutton Town qualified via qualifying competition. Stars versus Magic. Now, this is an interesting game. Really interesting. I think probably as close to a 50-50 shootout as you're going to get. So Stars again qualified via qualifying tournament. Magic have been in for a very long time. Magic, like Team Bridge like Team Bridge really is kind of have been underachieving. They're a lot better than their position suggests. I just think with Magic, it's how they just need to be more ruthless and more and just need to kind of put to bed games when they're on top. They allow teams to always kind of be lingering, and that's when trouble happens. So they just need to, when they're on top, they need to kill teams off, and then stop teams getting back into games in 4th quarters. Like 4th quarters of Magic sometimes are disastrous. Like they need to sort that one out. Sutton Town versus AP Saints. Yeah, again, I don't know too much about Sutton Town. I can't really comment on. I
personally think I know a lot about Sutton Town. I think they're really going to whip AP Saints. I think AP Saints are going to literally. Oh, the reason I'm saying it is because the girls are still in the background. Look at their faces,
rolling their eyes.
What?
So yeah, again, if a game AP Saints should win based on their experience, but we just don't know too much about Sutton Town. So let's see what happens. Then Shan versus Stars will end the day, which again should be a really good tussle, a very good evenly matched game, and that's what we love here at ENG. So that is what we have planned for the under 15s. Martin, let's look at the under 14s because that is. But no, before we go to 14s, let's have a quick look at in terms of who I feel will be going for the title. I think Ryland. I think you got Royals, AP Saints, Team Bridge, Magic. So those teams in particular, I think, and Shan. I think there's 6 teams there that can really generally push for the top 4. The other 4 teams, like Team Bed, Sutton Town, Little Sutton and Stars, I just don't know too much about. So let's see what happens there. I'll probably be able to tell you more after the weekend in regards to who I feel will be the runners and riders for that particular league. But if we go to the under 14s.
Yep, okay. There we go. Boom, boom, boom.
Help if I actually went to the under 14s on my thing as well.
Mate, you can see it on your screen.
No, I've got it on my phone, mate. My eyes are not that good.
Okay. Sutton Town versus AP Saints at 9 a.m.
Yeah, so under 14. So this is obviously the 13s coming up to the 14s. So a lot of these teams have been going now for good 2 seasons. It's their 3rd season in the league. So Sutton Town versus AP Saints to start us off should be a good game, a good solid game.
Oh, actually, yeah, I like that.
It's a good game. Magic against MK Dons. So again, that's MK Dons qualified via a qualifying competition, but again, I personally think a very evenly matched game. Turnford versus Sutton Town, good game, a really good game. AP Saints, Magic, another good game. MK Dons, Turnford, every single game here is going to be a good watch. Then we've got a few newcomers in the afternoon. So Stars, now this is an interesting fact. Stars haven't lost in 20. This particular Stars team, they've been at under 12s, they've been at under 13s. Now they're coming into, obviously, the under 14s. They haven't lost in 20 league games.
Whoa.
Who will be the first team to stop them winning? So Essex
that's
Open.
a big one if you stop them on the first game of the season as well.
Yeah, so they're playing Essex Open, a team that qualified during a qualifying competition. Conquerors we know a little bit about against Sham because they did our under 14s netball cup, but a lot of them. Someone's just messaged me about me going on the missing list and saying I don't know who they are. So yeah, Conquerors will take on Shan. We know a little bit about them because they played in our under 14s netball cup last season as under 13s players, and they did a really good job. So they're going to kind of be my little underdogs this season for this league. Okay. They're playing Shan. Southend Sapphire and Shan qualified as well via qualifying competition. Southend Sapphires versus Essex Open. Southend Sapphires did relatively okay last season. They finished better than they started, so they'll be looking to push a little bit higher this season. Then Stars versus Conquerors. Then Shan versus Southend Sapphires. So there you go. If I was to look at who I feel will be pushing, I think the usual suspects like Sutton Town, Turnford. Again, like this league is.
I was going to say there's a lot more at the top half than there is at the bottom, if you know what I'm saying.
I don't really, to be honest, I don't really know because we had 4 teams come through in a qualifying tournament. Stars obviously are going to be. It's just going to be a case of is it going to be the Stars show again, or is one of these teams going to step up and take it to them and give them a good run for their money? So we will. Let's see. But it'd be this weekend will be interesting. It'd be a good way to see where we're at in terms of the quality of the teams and who's going to be pushing for the top places and who's going to be in the middle, and obviously the teams that who looks likely to get relegated and stuff like that. So we'll find out after the weekend, but that's the under 14 Southern Conference for this weekend.
Wow.
So let's recap on the under 13s first. That was our first games on Saturday. So we got the league underway with the under 13s. And let's just have a look at the scores and let's talk through the what happened, but we'll go through the scores and we'll give you the highlights. Did you manage to sort it out, Martin?
I only got the under 12s. I still haven't got that second one that you sent.
Let me just double check it. Hold on.
That's why that noise kept on coming through with the music. It was that thing of you're testing, so you need to check, and yeah, that's why I made the noise. Oh, look, he's gone off because he's on the phone. He can only do one thing at a time. Yes. Hey, people, let us know in the comments. Actually, it's a little bit sparse there. Let's know what you think. Who do you think is going to win? Who do you think is going to lose? Maybe even a draw. I don't know. Oh, you're back. Hello, sir.
Yeah, well, that should be getting punched through now. Just let me know if you get it. But let's go through the scores for the under 13. So we had a wicked game to start. It was Magic versus Turnford. Don't let the score deceive you, people, because it was a draw going into the fourth quarter of this game. It was really, really good netball. Both teams weren't giving each other an inch, and Turnford, obviously, in the final quarter, managed to up their game and get the win. But the score was very deceptive. It was a lot closer than the score suggests. Sutton Town, AP Saints. AP Saints, they qualified. They got relegated last season. They qualified via a qualifying tournament, but just looked a little out their depth in that game against Sutton Town. They've got a lot of new players, so probably going to take a little bit of time to bed them in. But that's why our league's probably good, because there's a few months in between games, so it gives you a chance to kind of improve and then come back and hopefully maximise the performances. Teambridge Turnford, again, another game that was relatively close. Teambridge did a really good job in this game to push Turnford, but Turnford got the 2 wins, and it was 2 big wins for Turnford, because last season was a little bit up and down for them. But they've started this season really well, and they've got high hopes that they can push for the top play they can go for the league title this season. Magic Sutton Town, great game. Magic, again, they took on Sutton Town, who won last season's under 12s league, and they pushed them all the way. It could have gone either way. Magic were very unlucky. The reason they pulled such hard teams is because a lot of the teams requested early starts, and all the teams that requested them were tough teams. So if they'd requested a later game, they might have got a little bit easier games. But that it is what it is. You got to play them at some point.
Yeah.
And but no, I think for Magic, if they can recreate those performances, the next 7 games they should have a lot of success. So don't be too downhearted, Magic players, because that they were 2 good solid performances. AP Saints versus Teambridge. AP Saints did improve in that game from the Sutton Town game, but Teambridge are a little bit, experience wise, they looked a little bit more on the ball. They kind of went through the gears depending on how the game was going. So it's a very controlled performance from Teambridge. So they got their first win of the season. Shan versus Ryland. Shan were unlucky. They had a lot of players missing due to a school trip. Ryland will not be complaining now. So one of last season's top teams had a lot of key players missing, and Ryland took full advantage of that, 27-19. But well done to the players who stepped in, because they were still a great team, very competitive. It wasn't a walk in the park for Ryland, that's for sure. Then we had Stars Little Sutton. Stars, like Shan, had a lot of players missing because of a school trip. Great for Little Sutton, who got their season off to a good start. So they won 26-12. I like Little Sutton. I'm not going to lie. I do like their attitude. I like how they conduct themselves on the court. I think this league is built for teams like Little Sutton. I think this is the perfect place for them to just to improve and gauge more performance environments. I think, out of all the teams in this league, I think they're going to benefit the most out of this, because they do have the right mindset. They do have the right kind of vision, and this league will facilitate that 100 million %. Shan Aces, again, this is very important. It might have been the second game of the season, but it was a big game. I think Shan lose that game against Aces, they can forget about winning leagues, and that's how brutal this league is. But they won by 2 points. So in a way, their aspirations are to win the league, and they did save their season in that moment. So, but Aces, well done. Again, new to the league, put up a good fight. Could have gone either way, but Shan just nicked it. Ryland, Little Sutton, probably a tougher test for Ryland, but they come through it. They got a couple of new players who have joined their team, and there's a ghost shooter in particular. She's got a royal name. Who's the one married to the rugby player?
Is that
Sarah Phillips.
Yeah, that's it. Sarah. Yeah.
Sarah, something like that.
Yeah.
But she was outstanding. Like, she got 2 MVPs off the umpires, and she's winning the. If you scroll down a little bit, Martin, look, we have an umpires MVP list. Yeah,
I didn't see that. Oh, cool. Like that.
Is it Zara? Yeah.
Sarah Phillips. Yeah.
Yeah. So Zara, she made it onto the highlight reel as well. She done some fantastic layup shot. It was like a basketball shot, and we'll see that in a minute. Did you get that download, Martin?
I'm waiting for it to say download. It literally is saying it's there, but I think it's still uploading from yours.
Okay, cool.
Because it's not allowing me to download. Yeah, the other one I could download, so that's why I keep on flipping in and out, and I might look stationary because I keep on checking on it. So,
do you reckon it will come in if I go out? Is me being on here stopping it from uploading?
Yeah, slowing it down, definitely.
Let me come out 2 seconds, see if it uploads when I come out.
Okay. See, this is why you need really fast internet, so that we can do these sort of things. Oh, hang on. Now I've got 3. Hang on. No. Let's click this. That does it. If that goes to the end,
they should have been uploaded now.
That's not doing it. Give me 1 sec.
But before you upload that, Aces and Stars, the final game, and Stars, like Shan, were kind of in a must-win situation, and they got the win, and they've kind of saved their season in a way, because they've got aspirations to push for the top spots as well. So. Great start to the season. The table is very well balanced. So yeah, I thought it was a great start to the season. And when you're ready, Martin, we're going to show the highlights.
It's not letting me download, man. It's not letting me do it. I got the other one.
Okay, what we'll do then, we'll recap on the under 12s.
Yeah. Okay.
And if by then you can download it, we'll come back to it.
Okay. All right, not a problem. Do you want the under 12s then? Let's do the under 12s. There we go. You get to work on that while I. Okay,
so the Watson vs AP Saints. I generally thought this would be an absolute walk in the park for Watson, based on what we knew from the under 11s Netball Cup. It was nothing but AP Saints under 12s have come. Based on their under 11s performances, have come into this season with a lot more bite to their game. They pushed Watson, who are a very good slick team. They gave them a lot to think about in that game, and I think Watson were just as shocked as I was at how good AP Saints were. So when AP Saints come back in a couple of months' time, the teams that are playing them, I would watch out if I was you, because they're going to improve big time. Watson probably caught them at the right time. Then we had Swan versus Turnford. Turnford 22-14. Then Stars against AP Saints 23-11. Watson versus Swan 35-15. Turnford versus Stars. This is a big performance from Stars. This is a statement performance. 30-11 to Stars. Now I've got to say, Stars for me are by looking at how all the games panned out, are definitely the team to beat. They've got the right balance of height and athletic ability. They move the ball well. They're strong. They're competitive. They're going to be, for me at the moment, they're the ones to beat. Hatfield Shan 31-15 to Shan. Poole Sutton Town. Even though Sutton Town are tipped to do really well this season, but Poole gave them a really good game. Aces Hatfield. good game with great atmosphere, by the way, spectators. So well done to the spectators in that one. You get my award for the best spectators there on Sunday. I mean, 15-10 to Hatfield, so they get their first win of the season.
Oh, yeah.
Then we had Shan versus Poole. Now we'll talk a little bit in a minute about some of the greatest upsets we've seen. This is by far one of them, because based on what we saw in our under 11s netball cup, we all thought Shan would win this game. The game started with Poole on top, and I thought, at what point are Shan going to stick it in fourth gear or fifth gear and basically just, put Poole out their misery? And Poole kept going, but they played with such skill and defensively they were solid. So it was a great example of how competitive this league is, but not only that, a great example of good coaching, because it wasn't just about the players' performance. It was about the structure of the team. It was about how they knew how they kind of understood their jobs within that team. And that was a great, it was just, you've got the talent, but you've also got great coaching behind them. And I'm not saying that the other coach on the other side wasn't a great coach. What I'm saying is, unfortunately, she's come up against a great coach. So that's, for me, Poole, it was the tactical side of it which got them through that game. And they've kind of thrown a spanner in the works. You're kind of now looking at it thinking, well, who's going to reach the top four? Because if Poole can replicate that performance again and again and again, then we could be seeing a surprise outcome for Poole, who I would, at the start of the season, would say they're a 5th to 8th team. But now I'm thinking, you've got me thinking now. So well done.
Here, isn't it? Because it's like upsets. It's just anybody can, especially with analysis that we've done over last season. There is so much potential to these teams now that the tables are just wide open. And even if you lose your first game, that's still early days. You've still got another 8 to play, because you played 2 in it. So or 9.
No, they did a great job, and we'll talk about some of the big upsets in the league we've had. Aces, then Sutton Town. Sutton Town come third in our under 11s netball cup last season. So we, a top team with a load of players that won our under 12s league as under 11s players. So it just gives you an idea of how talented these girls are. 30-8, they beat Aces. And the table, early doors, Sutton Town top the table, and they top it in the under 13s as well. So two leagues they're top of. Stars, then Watson and Shan. Then you've got like Turnford, Hatfield, Poole, AP Saints, Swan, and Aces. So it was a great start to league, and a league I predicted that will be super competitive did not disappoint.
Definitely didn't. Some great play on Sunday.
But if you haven't seen the highlights, everyone, here are some of the top highlights from the under 12s league.
You want the under 13s first? You want the under 12s? Yeah.
We'll do 12s first. We'll do 12s.
All right, here we go. Some good shots there, man.
You know what I mean? And people think they can try and recreate our leagues and stuff. You're going to have to put a lot of time and energy in. I can tell you that now. Right. If you're sitting waiting for the under-13s one.
Can I just quickly interrupt, if you don't mind? Big shout out to Miserdon School. Is it Miserdon? Miserdon? What is it?
The
Misbourne, that's it. Great facility. Totally really good. Those camera shots prove it. Just great.
Looks good on the live stream as well.
It does, yeah. And great everything. So, yeah, big shout out there. I really like that. Nice choice there, Sarah. Venue. There we go. Just thought, throw that out.
Nice one. I'll let the score now.
Under 13s?
Yeah. If you're waiting for the under 13s, off you go.
Oh, nice.
That's cool, isn't it? Hey, did you see the layup shot?
Yes, I saw them all, but there is so much in those, in that minute or two of what you do. It's just like you're just trying to which one's the best one. It's like the team pass was really good as well. So in case nobody noticed, we actually put the cameras all on the same side.
Well, we're gonna end the show with a special video for the young girl from Turnford who did a hat trick of post pass and scored them. So I have sent you that via WhatsApp. So we'll stick that on as our ending credits there, Martin. So
you could have told me about that one.
Well, it's in the WhatsApp.
Yeah, I see it. Is that the third one? The 50 seconds, yeah.
Yeah. But before we go, I'm going to put something on Instagram in regards to this giant killing stuff. So Poole, they beat Shan, and it wasn't expected. It was a great performance. They beat him by 1 goal, but just want to go through a few more giant killing games which we've seen over the years. So for me, the first one I think was Ryland. They beat Stars last season. Actually, the under-12s Ryland team beat Stars under-12s. Unexpected. Stars were looking to push for the league title, and Ryland had a bad start to the season, and they come in and they beat Stars. So that was another giant killing game we've seen over the years. One that stands out big time, which is probably the same type of kind of I don't know, grandeur, whatever you want to call it, is Ellesmere Port when they beat Oldham. I don't know if you remember that last season, the under 12s.
Yeah, remember that? Oh, yes.
Yeah, there was a lot of anger after that one. Everyone telling me I got the score wrong, and it ended up being right.
Oh, we got to talk about your scoreboard as well. Sorry, carry on. Yeah.
Yeah.
So much to talk about. Yeah, go on. Sorry.
So Ellesmere Port beating Oldham was a massive giant killing game. But the biggest one was Chester. I don't remember that one when they beat Oldham and they bounced past it. The bounce pass.
No, I don't remember that. Sorry.
Mate, it was the most it is under 13s, Chester versus under 13s Oldham, not last season, but the season before.
Right.
And literally Chester come up with a way of getting through the Oldham defence by bounce passing it all through them. And it worked effectively, and it was a massive upset. So Poole joined those teams in regards to big upsets within our league, teams that weren't expected to win, going on to win. So well done, Poole. We'll put a little Instagram post up, and you can vote for the biggest. Which one you feel is the biggest giant killing?
The biggest what?
Giant killing, or the biggest upset?
Biggest upset. Yep, like that. That's a good one to vote for, actually.
Yeah, we'll stick that on probably tonight or tomorrow morning, and we will. You can vote, and it'll go down in history as nothing major, but something for people to think about.
Things change, mate. Things change, and I do think it's one of those things. What the league is, in a way, it's pushed all these teams into high profile and playing each other, and games they would never have played before, and people will talk about it, especially when all these players start to play for England netball. You'll get a mention, mate. You'll get
I doubt it very much, but just before we go, if anyone's still in the room and they're watching, at this week at some point, Martin will be subscribing people to the teams, the 12s and the 13s in particular for the South. Martin will be starting to subscribe you to the website. Martin, can you just explain what will happen in regards to this?
I'm basically going to drink coffee for about 42 hours and literally have my eyes pegged open. Process will be you'll get a notification from FBL Broadcasting saying that you now have access. They'd probably send you another code. I say probably because you never can always 100% tell what computer systems will do. They'll send you another code that you need to put in just to confirm who you are, and then you will be able to access past games. So you can't. So let's just get this down. It's not access to the live stream live on the day. Ain't happening. We had a few people asking. So just we pass games about a week or two, more towards a week, but obviously with delays and certain things. But week to two, they'll be available. You'll see them start to filter into the league tables, and you'll be able to continue on from there. I usually send an update as well.
The interesting thing is, mine. Some people said to me, people ain't going to watch the stream, this, that, and no, the kids ain't got time to watch the stream. The amount of people who are messaging me saying the clubs have ordered all the girls to watch the game back. Now,
why wouldn't you?
That's what I'm saying. So if you haven't opted in to have a subscription to FBL, I don't know how that one's going to work when everyone's watching it and some players are not watching it. So if you do want to opt back in again, you can just email us and let us know. Let me know, and I can let Martin know, because I don't know how that would work if 80% of the team are watching the content and 20% of the girls are not. So
I don't understand why you wouldn't want to watch it. So, but obviously we have to GDPR. Need to notify you, then you notify me, and then we'll switch it on. It's not going to be a 2-minute process. Do it now, so you don't get held back later. Because you know how this works out, Richard. get an influx, don't you? And it's just like, hang on a sec.
Yeah.
We want to watch
So,
it this weekend. Well, we're busy.
So the aim of that is, again, to supply an educational, have an educational aspect to the league, but at the same time to help and improve performance throughout the season. So the more you know, the more you're going to improve, and the more powerful you're going to be. So knowledge is power. Sit down, watch it, and get better. But Martin, I think that concludes the review show for tonight. But we're going to leave you with a video of a Turnford player who basically, Isabella Gibson, I'm terrible with names, I always get worried when I say names, who basically decided that her players weren't needed. She was going to use a metal pole to play netball with. So, and the theme song kind of goes well with the hat trick of passes she did against the post. So, Isabella, you're going to see us out from the live, the review show tonight. So, thank you very much.
Thank you all
Have
for
a good
watching.
evening.
Don't forget to subscribe. See you next time. Bye.
What's he listening to?
Same song over and over.
Throw me the ball and watch what I do with it.